Hi, Sagittarius. Welcome back to my channel. Tis I, the one and only Archer with Archer Astrology. What's shaking bacon? Sagittarius, it's time to do your bonus love reading for July of 2023 for you and the one on your mind when you clicked on this reading and decided to hang out with me for a while. And Sag, we are having to use inside Zoom meeting voices because I've been called down to Indiana for my day job, and they found an alien, and the spaceship crash landed at the Indianapolis Speedway. And which, you know what, Sag, you'll understand this. For a civilization that is supposedly so as advanced as the alien species are, why do they not know how to land their spaceships? Did they not finish spaceship driver's education or something? They can never land. They always crash, right? So anyways, I came down to check it out and borrow some parts off of the spaceship engine for my chariot. So Lord knows how fast it's going to go now, right? So total foot on the gas when you're going to crash. Yeah, okay, let's do it from there. So Sagittarius, what we're going to do for you and on your mind is a quickie 7-card bonus spread. While we are here in Indiana enjoying the Indiana Jones energy, we are going to look for the Lost Ark, the Temple of Doom, and find the skull. Maybe Hamlet means something to someone here. I don't know. And Sad, the way we do this, of course, when I get a deck of cards, I always read the books, take notes, and observe, deduce, and analyze on it. But when you pull, especially when you're pulling intuitively on energy, then you have to read them in your own intuitive way. I will look at the artwork. I will look at the colors. I will see whatever resonates to me. What color pops? Well, how does it make my brain feel? And then like what imaging on the card, like on this 3 of Wands, right? Like, am I drawn to the yellow wands, the rose heads, or the tulip cup heads up there? Okay, I see the teacups at Disneyland when I pull that. Am I drawn to the orange energy? The like, look up the meanings of orange or the colors or how orange resonates when your brain sees it, how it triggers it with a little lust, a little love. So maybe orange is actually a color that you're like, kind of makes me happy. I like those orange shoes or that orange top or orange eyeshadow, something like that. And it's a color that you just dig and makes you feel positive, happy, right? So then what I'll do intuitively is put the cards down and we'll look. Actually, we haven't finished shuffling. So we're going to, since we use the 3 of Wands as a Aries energy for description, what I'll do is I'll take a card down. Here's more orange energy. Something about orange is really resonating, Sag. And I'll look at the first card and I pull an image off of what do I intuitively pull in my head? What mind, what thought, what memory, what dream, from which lifetime do I pull? And I formulate a story from it. And as we're going, I pull another card out, such as the 3 of Wands. Purple may be another color because for some reason I'm pulling colors a lot. Then I'll take the energies I pull off of that card, combine it with this, and I continue to write the story. I look at a tarot reading, Ace of Pentacles. Here's where you lay down the tracks. As I was starting to say, I look at a tarot reading like recording a song. Hi, this is Bill. He a Gemini. If you don't know him yet, check out my channel. We got some bass covers. We do bass work for Caitlin Petty and starting a band too. Check it out. It's interesting. Anyhow, but I'll take all this and you look at a reading like laying out the tracks on a song. 10 Pentacles, 2 of Pentacles, and the Hermit card. Mastering the energies. Okay, we've got heavy purple and heavy orange being 2 colors that may hit with home right now, Sagittarius. And then I pull an energy reading off of all this. So you start with your bass track, an acoustic demo track or whatnot. Then you come in and you layer in some guitar, and you layer in a little bass, and then you put the drums, and then you do the overdubs, and then you put the backings. And at the end, you have a completely mastered song. That's how I pull an intuitive 7-card spread. So that's a little look into Archer's tarot lesson for the day. Okay, yeah. Anyways, all right. Meanwhile, back at this wonderful little TED Talk of a reading that we're doing here, let's see what we've got for you and the one on your mind for July of 2023. All right, because as I was checking and meditating on your energies, I pulled more about the Venus retrograde being a heavier impact and the Mars and Virgo being a heavier impact than the node shift into Aries and Libra. So we're going to kind of pull in energies from that perspective because for some reason, such as Kylie Minogue said, I could not get it out of my head. Okay. All right. So we're going to do 7 cards for you, pull a card for each sign afterwards using the Urban Tarot deck. And of course, the Sagi Influence Thoth deck will help out here because it always puts an interesting perspective on things. And as always, we are only open to the messages that we're going to receive so long as they are for Sagittarius' highest and greatest good only, por favor. We only fly the friendly skies here at Archer, except me this time. I brought my chariot. I drove. Okay. It's a Jeep thing. You may or may not get it. All right. Jeep people get it. Anyways. All right, Sad. Let's go for it. Let's do it for you and the one on your mind. I appreciate you for being here. Love that like. And in the comments down below, let me know what you think of this setup, how we're doing with it. Maybe I'll try to incorporate it more. All right. It's kind of a different perspective instead of like being across the table for me, right? Maybe I could adapt this. Anyhow, let's go, Sag. We're ready. All right, 2 shuffles for Sagittarius. 1 and woo, little pop, and 2. Let's do it. Let's love this deck for the sassy Sagittarians. All right, Sagittarius, what's going on? Bottom of the deck is the 7 of Swords. You might be a little bit up in your feels, but trying to keep it real. You're trying to bring out that 10 of Cups that you looked for long and want. And this is interesting. 8 of Swords. So we've got Aquarius, Gemini energy to more Libra. All 3 air signs come out in succession, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. So you're in your head, you're in your feels, and even maybe the new moon in Cancer at the end of the month might be another little thing as the sun transitions from Cancer into Leo. I see you feeling very nostalgic lately. Interesting. 8 of Cups, because you're thinking about something that you walked away from, and it's heavy on your mind. Look at the brains up here that look like those jellyfish, but I see brains, right? You're on your mind about something that you walked away from to communicate about it. You're talking to spirit, maybe even in your dreams, or even just in your prayers. Like now, when I pull this, I see a Sagittarius that's like clutching a necklace on their neck or on their chest and being like, oh, dear Lord, how do I come through this? What do I do? And I think that the portals may even mean something to you, like August 8, 8-8, the 7-7 portals, and so forth, checking into those energies and how they communicate. So you have the angel number 88 coming out right now about how spirit communicates to you. So you're actually maybe tuning in and getting a new kind of an intuition or a gift or something that you're tuning into. Maybe like it's like you already started into tarot or something, or even just, you know, we're all hanging out Page of Swords in here. And then like, you're like, well, now I want to get more into that color thing, or like sounds. Maybe you're even looking into like ASMR. What waves make you feel nostalgic? The childhood memories. The Venus retrograde seems to be affecting you more than I thought so in the point of the 7 of Cups. So now we have 2 portals already coming out. As I mentioned, the 7-7 portal, which just happens at the beginning of this month on July 7th. And this energizes the options, the balances, and the chakras in your head. The 7 of Cups, Scorpio energy, actually symbolizes all the chakras, the offerings and the openings, even the colors that tie to the crown chakra, the head chakra, the throat chakra, all the way down, you know. So you have a lot of synchronicities and connections that you're tuning in and communicating with spirit more than you might even realize. And you are Sagittarius. You're the archer. You're the ever-seeking knowledge seeker. You like to travel for knowledge to the ends of the earth to find it. You might even actually find out that more, in my life, the more flat earthers I have met are Sagittariuses, because you guys are open to any idea and you'll embrace it until proven wrong. I mean, I have met flat earthers around the globe. Think about that. Say it again slowly. Anyways, meanwhile, back to your reading, Sagittarius. As you're reading these cards, your chakra energies are lining, and you're starting to dig into that. And you're like, yeah, I noticed like a certain frequency, like the sounds of a carnival make me feel like a kid again, or the sound of skateboard wheels going across the pavement, something like that. And you're learning like how that stuff affects your mind as it comes in and goes out with the Tower. See, establishing foundations, and something that comes back onto this one here. This is actually building off of those memories and thinking back onto it and remembering the good times to build something. The good thing about time is it heals all wounds, is it actually allows the bad to subside, the good to come forth. And I actually start to see a Sagittarius wanting to smile more. High Priestess. You don't really talk about it much. Maybe it's just a little smile when you think back on something. And yeah, you remember some of the bad times. Yeah, Archer, I've been through a lot. I've done a lot. I've gone through a lot. You know, maybe you were forced into being an adult too soon, or you're an old soul that just never really got to be a kid and enjoy the meaning and the facts of life, and just gone through so many different experiences that you keep things down, hidden, quiet. As you work through them, you don't knee jerk, you don't jump on stuff, and it allows you to work through and heal into this. And like, it kind of makes you feel good, a little bubbly, and you shimmer up a little bit. Sagittariuses have the cutest dimples. You guys have a way of just being very gentle with your smiles, and it creates cute dimples. Ooh. Spin flip it, crisscross applesauce. They went in this direction. So, you know, what I see here is like a Sag, you know, looking more into meditations, looking into the ASMR that we've been talking about, and quietly working to build a new beginning. Maybe you don't really want to talk to a lot of people about it because you're like, this is esoteric, you know, tabooish stuff. We don't need to bring this into the limelight. Maybe you have like a zodiac wheel or a chart or something that you keep near or hang up that was like the start point. I don't know. Right. And so you just kind of work on this to bring in what soothes you and what makes you feel good. 7 of Wands, Leo energy. So yeah, see, this ties a little bit more as Venus retrogrades into Leo, and how Mercury focuses on the retrograde and the reflection back onto the heart, the head chakra, the brain, the Mercury energy communication. Venus retrogrades is the reflection back on the heart. What makes your heart feel good? Go boom de boom once or twice. and just kind of maybe skip a half a beat here or there. So you're protecting and keeping it quiet with this High Priestess, the Seven of Wands. And so now we actually have 3 sevens. That's a lucky jackpot. Maybe the casinos or the sounds of the slot machines when you enter a casino are something that makes the dimples pop again or something. It doesn't make you feel good because you get 777s, and that's a jackpot to bring in what you're wanting to see. It's like you start to feel more comfortable, you start to get into it, and you start feeling a little more positive in the energy, right? And like what I'm seeing here as you get more comfortable, it's like I'm seeing a bear. Like Empress literally pop flipped as I'm talking. This is like what happened during the live all signs last Monday. Go back to it in my live and in my live playlists and the live videos on the channel. As I was in Capricorn, it would happen between you and Capricorn, Sag, where as I'm shuffling, I forget what I'm doing, and I'm on this side of the table, and I shuffle, and the star card pops, and literally instead of going straight down, it goes sideways. It defies the way I'm shuffling the deck. It goes side. Look, something jumped. It jumped. And it wound up landing itself perfectly where it needed to go in the next one. You're receiving more energy as you tune into your brain waves and find out what makes you happier and go better. And like spirit takes the wheel and controls some of this. And like a vision that I saw while I was meditating, right? I saw a bear. I saw a bear like in the stream. You know how bears get in the stream and they're like the waves and the flow of the water is rushing against their legs and their paws, but they're looking for that fish and trying to get to that point, that pot of gold type thing where they want. And that's you in this fixed energy of trying to just focus. Leo, Taurus, Scorpio, Aquarius energy to like get that fish, feed the family, and get what you want. It's like it brings you into the center stage more where you feel more confident, want it to come out, and like you kind of understand the love, and it just takes it into a whole other direction, and maybe even like as far as the ASMR and the binaural beats and that goes, I even see a Sagittarius. This is how I did, because maybe like Sagittarius, maybe you don't like to like sit Indian style and meditate and get all yoga zen, right? Maybe you're like, I can't find the form of meditation, right, Archer? And you're still searching the knowledge. Here's a trick that I did that I picked up on. I went to my mother. I'm a Cancer. I go to my mom, whatever. Anyways, I went to her and I'm like, okay, Mom, when baby Archer was just completely cattywampus, wackadoodle off the walls, what did you have to do to soothe baby Archer? She didn't even blink or think or bat an eye. Eight of Swords at the bottom. She said right to me, she said, we had to take you for rides in the car. That was the only way you calm down. I'm like, okay, interesting. So the next time to meditate, I went and hopped in my Jeep and went for a ride. And I zoned out and centered so much more while driving. No music on, just cruising along, watching the road, than I ever did sitting Indian style meditating. I needed the motion of the ocean, the vibration of the engine. As the water's time to do that. And with the bear in the water that I saw while meditating on yours, it could even be that of like embracing the emotions, embracing the love, and getting deeper into your intuitions and finding new ways to meditate, new ways to go to find that fish, So you might even be feeling more like in the limelight or embracing the light more even. Prince of Cups, there's that love we were just talking about and coming in. Even though the Lotus is down because it's something new, immature, and you're kind of unsure, not used to it as much, you're actually going to start to learn to embrace it and manifest in that good fortune. Those 3 sevens that we saw here, hitting the jackpot and just bringing it all out. This is your ability to manifest. You could be a life path number 7 or even possibly an 8, or those 2 numbers or placements in your chart. The 7th and the 8th houses could also be something to check into. Check into how that goes in the birth charts. All right. So let's see. We've got this good fortune coming in, like a choice to let the love in, feel emotion, brings in this extra confidence of that trifecta with the 3 sevens. This is where you get everything into it, where the love comes in, the money comes in on your pentacles, and the grounded stability comes in because you use your head, and it's like all 4 aces coming out. I mean, if you think about it, speak of the devil, and the Aquarius appears. Here's the alien right there. Did I not mention Sagittarius? Did I not mention during my live all signs how the star card literally did whatever it wanted to do? Didn't even listen to frickin' Sir Isaac Newton's law of physics that gravity says it's got to go like that. It literally hopped over into the place where it wanted to be, and it kept the reading going. And here it did it again. As we're shuffling with the Princess of Swords, Aquarius, there's your air energy that's working behind the scenes that you don't see, that you don't know that's happening, or maybe even you're starting to feel on it, like that little voice on your shoulder that's like, go ahead, Sag, do it. Something like that. It just kind of sits in the background and watches over your shoulders and gives you that guidance, starts to pop out onto this one. So you check that out as you get it bringing in. So this is like the visions. The Princess of Swords goes from the bottom of the deck to the top, goes full circle. This is like what I saw of entering into the light, like the spotlight, standing on the stage, the bear in the center of the lake, of the pond, the stream with the water there as it's trying to catch the fish. In my vision there, it's that good fortune of the trifecta. The point of the water, the stream at the paws of the bear, being like, that's the love, the emotion, the cup energy. The fish representing the pentacles, grabbing that, getting that bread. And then the bear itself representing the stability, you right there in the stream. So this vision just brings in a big old yes energy. Ace of Wands. I say it here, and it comes out here with the boom, boom stick. Ace of Wands comes in, that passion that drives you forward. You're cool with loving. You get the trifecta. You like looking a little good. You don't mind showing off the dimples. You just want the respect and the passion, the drive that goes along with it. It's kind of like I see a sage saying, my eyes are up here. My eyes. Right? And the bottom of the deck's the Ten of Pentacles. So yeah, there's some strength and happiness for you to bring in the money. And did we not see this card in the original reading up here? Right? So yeah, it's like a big freaking yes right across the board. Yep, got it, did it, done it, good, right? All right, so let's take a look at everybody on your side. That was a 7-card quickie. I usually do like a 9-card or a variation of it on your main monthlies where I focus on the astrology and that. And then these ones, we just do some fun. We just go Archer Intuitive Tarot and have a good old-fashioned time, okay? Old school, OG. All right. Appreciate you for loving that. Like, comment down below. Let me know if this is resonating, what you're doing with portals, what you're doing with binaural beats and that. And, just be a part of the familia. I love and appreciate you, Sad. All right, so now everybody on your mind, we're doing the same thing now. We are taking this as a bulk dump, sending it over to this deck. And then this deck's going to add in all the little extras. It's going to do the reverb. It's going to put in the backing. It's going to do all the extras and bring it full circle to see a complete picture. That's why my readings resonate and go for every placement and sign, because in our own way, we have every placement and sign in our chart. We can all exhibit the energies of any of these signs and placements. All right, let's go. Let's see what we got for everybody in your mind. Okay, Sag, here we go. Let's love this deck for Saggies peoples. Nice. The Fool card, Archer's July, freaking take a drink card shows up right there. So maybe there's just a certain drink, maybe tequila makes her clothes come off, whatever. I don't know. That song hit with me. Here's that leap of faith. There's just a new beginning. That North Node going into Leo, that's the background effect that you're not really feeling as much of, focusing on as much of, because that node shift in the Venus retrograde is really booming and booming like a heartbeat, like a EKG type thing. So they all want a new beginning because they passed their test to a point of completion. Y'all have ended and are coming back in for a new point. And look at that. All right, so here we go. Let's see what we got. If you're dealing with an Aries, Sagittarius, the other Archer take a drink card. That literally means my July cards were at the top and the bottom of the deck. Talk about an energy completely going through here. This is actually your energy. Aries is into your energy of clearing out the energetical bullish that they don't want anymore to actually make it to the point of completion. So this is good energy of clearing the air. If you're dealing with a Taurus, we've got the 6 of Wands. Taurus sees a lot with you. You're their victory, you're their happy place. And it's like they feel like they're just ahead of the world here. Look at how this person is already at the finish line, crossing over to just like, boom, like nobody's even behind them. They're so far ahead of the game. Taurus is feeling good. If you're dealing with a Gemini, we've got the 5 of Swords. Gemini is not quite forgotten about the fight yet. They're still feeling like there's no point in proceeding, but even in the same respects, they can't get you off their mind either. It's like they're not ready to say they're done yet, even though they've said they're done about 1 billion times. If you're dealing with a Cancer, we have the Empress, which jumped out over here. This is heavy July energy with Cancer season, Cancer placements, and we even have 7-7, which could mean something between you and a Cancer energy. Y'all are both receiving. You guys are at the divine couple reunion, and there's something y'all are giving birth to together that's going to go the distance, long term. If you're dealing with Leo, we've got the Lovers, more Gemini energy, where Leo yeah, Archer, I made the choice ages ago. Sag just doesn't know yet, or is something about it. Either way, they chose you, and there's some freaking love back there. Might even go deeper than you like, know, or want it to. If you're dealing with a Virgo, we've got the 10 of Wands. Virgo is also in your energy, but they're feeling kind of oppressed or shut back or down. This could be a moon placement or a Uranus placement or a Saturn placement, one of the planets that are retrograding even possibly right now, that they're feeling like they're carrying the weight of the world on their back and just trying to get through it. If you're dealing with a Libra, we have a 10. Whoa, 10, another angel number. Sagittarius, you have so far gotten 7-7, double Empress, 8-8, and now you're at 10. Those angel numbers, you need to look up and see what the Spirit's talking about. Google it, look it up, because much like that, it'll show you weights and how Spirit's talking to you, what they're trying to tell you. It's very, very interesting. If you're dealing with a Scorpio. Anyways, meanwhile, Libra's cooked. Libra's done and out. They're trying to recover from it, but like they feel just broken all over at the moment. So you might not hear from Libra just because they're like fresh into the healing point, but they've made it. Okay, now if you're dealing with Scorpio, we have the Prince of Cups, the filmmaker. Scorpio might be doing just a little overtime manifesting to create whatever they want, regardless. This is like the overdriven filmmaker who takes their artistic license. It's like a Scorpio who decided to kind of rewrite history a little bit. They're creating their own thing. If you're dealing with another Sagittarius, and we've got 2 archers on deck, we've got, how many archers are there? I mean, 1 minute ago, paint his ear blue. What? Huh? Anyways, if you're dealing with another Sagittarius, it is frickin' matching up and syncing to your energy because y'all both got the Ace of Wands. That is amazing. Yeah, you know what I just did. Anyways, double Ace of Wands. So Sagittarius, if this is even internal from you, another Sag, another energy, it's telling you go. This is double confirmation, much like how we were teaching tarot at the beginning here a little bit. When I get double confirmation, when a card comes out in a capacity like this and it doubles up and it's doubling down, it's spirit saying, Archer, what you said is right. There's no further clarification needed. This is where we go with it. So this is like literally spirit putting their money down on what they said about this card and being like, I'm going double down, hedging the bet and going forward on it. Sagittarius. Either you got this passion burning, hunka burning love, or the other Sagittarius is like hunka burning for you, and like all this stuff is resonating between the two of you. It gets deep. If you're dealing with a Capricorn, we have Justice. Wapner shows up with Libra energy to get the balances scaled out, and Capricorn just wants to find the balance so that everybody gets everything they want. It's almost like Capricorn's in Oprah mode, okay? If you're dealing with an Aquarius, we've got the 2 of Swords. So Aquarius is probably ready to talk or do something about it because they almost feel like if they don't say or do something soon that they're going to lose you forever. So they're trying to find some peace so that they say the right thing because they know they've only got one shot. If you're dealing with Pisces, Pisces is in their own energy, the Hanged Man. Pisces has decided to go on with the flow. They're on their own in their own energy. I see a Pisces that is almost disconnected from the world to focus on themselves to just figure out exactly why this feeling of limbo is showing up. It's like a Pisces that's in the purgatory of life in whatever capacity that is. But it also brings us full circle from Aries to Pisces. And the number 12 may also mean something to you that you might want to check out. But look at 1010 anchoring the reading here. Heavy spiritual guidance for the Zero Fool card. That is awesome sauce, Sag. Sag, if this reading at all in any way resonated, if you'd just like to email me and be like, what up with you, dude? Or would like to see a little extended information on this, you may, 2 of Wands, free will choose to email me at archerastrology@gmail.com, where we shall hook up, connect, and we'll take it from there. And do indeed remember that this will resonate to any and all placements within your chart of Sagittarius, because we are FHA compliant here at Archer Astrology, and will read for any sign or placement which desires and inquires. This has been a broadcast of the Archer Broadcasting Corporation, and make sure to set the bell to notifications because I do go live every Sunday night at 9 p.m. Eastern for a little tarot and chill chat room. Just come hang out with me and the mods. We throw some cards, have a good time. Not even all signs. You can put your names in, get a little quickie card pull from moi, and just come and hang out with us, be a part of the familia. And then come back every Monday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern for the real deal, the big time OG setup. The all signs from Aries to Pisces. Come along, hang out with us for a good time. Sometimes I do intermissions with Bill. We do some bass covers. We just, we're going to do whatever comes out. Have a good time because that's what healing is all about. All right, Sagittarius, for this big yes, until next time, I am out of here. Peace out, Archer out. Yeah, Chariot. Later.